Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have some exciting Illuvium news in relation to Illuvium Zero, which is the land gameplay. They've actually released a clip of basically it's like the tutorial of land gameplay, showing you the basic layout of land, dropping things. I will play it in a sec, but before I do play it, and then we'll go in and analyze a little bit of the land and all the stuff coming up with the Illuvium Zero and all of that, I wanted to give the big shout out to Zionic. So this footage came from Zionic's channel. Now this is Zionic's second channel. He's got a massive channel that's just called Zionic, where he does Pokemon Go stuff. So the guy knows what he's doing on YouTube, so definitely go over here and sub up to him. He's done the same thing as I have, which is started a new channel for the crypto gaming, mainly Illuvium. So basically he knows what he's doing. He can make great content, so jump over here and subscribe up. But he did a live stream over on Twitch, and he will upload that whole live stream onto his channel if you want to catch all of it. It was with Aaron and with Kieran. A lot of great info in it, so definitely jump in there and check it out. I wanted to give him a massive shout out because they did do this leak on his stream. And it was a great interview. It's about a 2-hour interview, but a lot of great info. I believe when he uploads it, he will have timestamps and all that. So first of all, before we get into anything, a massive shout out to Zionic for a great interview, getting the leaks. It's happy days. But now I'm going to play that leak, that little sort of gameplay trailer or the gameplay demo as such. Keep in mind that this is an alpha. They've only been building this for about 6 weeks, so it's been built in a very short amount of time, and this is not the main game. This is the side little app game, you know, your resource grinding. We'll talk a bit more about it after I play it, so here we go. Okay, so I decided to shrink myself and move myself out of the way because I don't want to interrupt anything. But the cool thing is, you probably saw, but we'll quickly talk about a bit of the stuff that we have here. So it really reminds me of, you know, basic Clash of Clans was the first one you'd think of, where you build your lands, takes time. You can pay, you know, your premium or you whatever these are, the yellow thingies in the bottom. You can pay them to speed up the building and stuff like that. And then the cool thing is you got different plots. Like for instance, you know, if you want to one plot you have to put on the lake or the little bit of water to be able to do that. You got set positions for them. The land actually looks pretty decently sized, and we'll talk about all the different land types in a sec. They've got like a little spreadsheet that's there, so you can see all the different stats on the land, on the you know, the buildings when you happen. As you can see, the early stages of buildings are always quick in these types of things. Fairly simple mechanics, and like like I love the way that they like make everything sort of have a purpose in the gameplay when they actually do this type of stuff. So really nice. And like I said, this is just sort of the tutorial teaching you how to speed it up, all that sort of stuff. So that'll all be in the game. And then this next one's going to be the one that I was talking about, you know, the hydrogen pump. You know, you're going to want to put that over here. So he goes ahead, scrolls down, grabs it. You need the lake, so you drag it over to the lake and you'll get greened up, and away you go. Those sorts of things. So fairly basic, and like I said, this is a fairly basic like fun game that you're gonna do, but the cool thing is that the resources are gonna be used in are going to transfer over to the actual Illuvium game. So whatever resources you're mining here, they will be, you can put them on the marketplace for actual Illuvium. And say, for instance, you know, if you want to go traveling or if you want to cure shards, you know, a percentage of the materials that you're going to have to use to do that travel or cure those shards is going to come from Illuvium landowners who have to sell you that. Now, this is another one I want to look at here. Quickly, we got the scan. So this one, people might get confused a little bit, but this scan, as I understand it so far, is that you're scanning for an Illuvial on your bit of Illuvium Zero land. Now, when you're scanning for this Illuvial, it's not an Illuvial that you can catch. What you're doing is you've discovered them and you're scanning them, and you'll be able to make sort of armor for your make your character's armor, like eventually represent that Illuvial, you know, make it inspired by them. So that's what that's doing. It's not actually capturing the Illuvial. You're not going to be able to buy land and then before the game launches have a team of Illuvials ready to go. No Illuvials are going to be, there's no way that you can obtain a playable Illuvial until the game launches in full open beta, which they call it, which is basically the launch in Q1 of next year. And that's when you can actually jump in and start playing and catching Illuvials. There's no Illuvials that you can catch before that. I just wanted to get that across because I know that's probably going to be a question towards the end here with that one. But that is the trailer. Like I said, just a little trailer, but I wanted to just touch on this as well. The land is very in-depth, and I'm going to save the in-depth stuff for when they actually drop the land, because there's a lot more things that are sort of discussions at the moment and not like everything's sort of still coming together with the land. So I will definitely go deeper into it later on. Now, we've got tiers. So as you can see, there's this tier 0 land that actually matches up perfectly to the tier 4 land, except the tier 0 land won't give you like actual resources that you can put on the market. Tier 0 is free. It's the one that, you know, lets people experiment with it, play with it, you know, see what it's like, you know, experience it just in case you want to play, if you enjoy those city builder type things, as just a game in itself without actually having the revenue generation from it. Then we have common land, and you can see the different sections here, which is the resource site quantity, the resource site output, the variety, which is going to be, you know, the different types of resources you can get, the fuel quantity, fuel output, and then the fuel variety. So as you can see, it just sort of scales up as you go. Once you get to tier 3, you do get the max variety there. Tier 4 is really nice, and then tier 5 actually has like the max that anything can get. But the big thing to note about tier 5 is that it does have a landmark. So with the tier 5s, the way that Kieran's explained it several times, including the interview that I did with him, is that tier 5 land, there'll be 7 of them. They'll have a stadium that you can build on them, and these will be used for esports tournaments. Now, anyone watching this video probably isn't going to buy a tier 5 land. They're going to be mega whales who buy that, who don't have the time to watch little old me. So trust me, if you're watching this, you probably ain't going to buy a tier 5. If you do, grats. You win at life. But yeah, they're gonna go for crazy money. We don't know exact money because these things are gonna go as a Dutch auction. Towards later in the year, that will happen. Once they release an official date for it, I will let you guys know the official date. Still a while off, but yeah, every bit of land is going to be a Dutch auction, and I believe they're doing the first land sale is going to be 20,000 plots. There's going to be 100,000 all up, and it'll be just, you know, price starts high until people are willing to buy, and then you go ahead and you buy in. So a lot of speculation on the Discord about prices. I don't really know. If I can pick one up, I will. A tier 1 or a tier 2. Hopefully, I'd love to get a tier 2 so I can get some fuel as well. But, you know, if I miss out, I'm not too stressed because, let's face it, once Illuvium, the game comes, I ain't really going to stress too much that I don't generate resources. I'm just going to buy that shit and keep traveling and keep catching Illuvials because that's what I'm really here to do. But the land is a really nice little bit of, you know, entertaining value to bring to the game before the game that also has practical value, but it's also incredibly good for the revenue distribution. Don't forget, every bit of revenue that's made by the game is then put into a vault, which then buys ILV tokens off the market, which then distributes all of it back to stakeholders. So being a stakeholder, I just want this shit to go for as much as possible so that I can get as much as possible back. I'm not stressed about not having one, but if I can get one, you know, I'll take it. But that's the basic gist behind land. Like I said, as we get more complete details about land, I will come back and give you guys more details. Let's move my head over there because I just realized I was still in the middle there looking weird. But yeah, I will definitely keep you guys updated with land. But that is the first little gameplay trailer of land. I can see a lot of things coming out going, this is their gameplay trailer. Don't be a troll. It's the land gameplay. Wait for the actual trailer. I'm sure it's going to be savage. I can't wait. But, you know, I just spent 2 hours watching Zioning's stream, which was a freaking awesome stream, and it's late and I'm tired and I'm just excited. Now I'm not going to sleep, so that pretty much sums it up. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.